Hey, what's up, my friend? Keala Kanae here, and in this video, we want to talk about, to working until you die. Is it a blessing or is it a curse? And I think that when you stick with me all the way up until the end of this video, you're probably going to be surprised a bit by my answer because it tends to go against what most people might think. Now, first, though, before we get into what my thoughts are on that, it really is no secret that most people have more have more life at the end of their money than money at the end of their life, right? The results or the statistics around this are actually quite staggering. Just a little bit of research before I was shooting this video discovered that over 64% of Americans are totally ill-equipped for retirement. And then of the 36% that believe that they will be able to retire by the age of 65, the majority of those, the vast majority of those, will end up having to get some sort of a part-time or full-time job post-retirement in order to continue to make the ends meet, which is definitely not true retirement, right? So the question most people ask is, why is that? Why is it that most people are ill-equipped for retirement? Why is that most people will have more life at the end of their money than money at the end of their life? And the majority of folks will tend to think that it's actually the result of how much money the person earned in their lifetime, which is absolutely false. In fact, I was just reading not that long ago about a woman who never earned more than $2.50 per hour in her adult lifetime, but was able to leave over $10 million to charity in her will. So she never earned more than $2.50 per hour, but she was able to leave $10 million to charity in her will that she did not inherit. It was self-made, self-earned real wealth. So why is it then that somebody can create that level of wealth at $2.50, but that there are people out there right now making $50 an hour who are going to die broke, right? And retire broke? Well, really the secret comes down to values, right? It's that, and so without going too deep down this rabbit hole, so I spend a lot of time studying human behavior and psychology. This stuff just fascinates me. What we know is that people tend to have a list of a hierarchy of values, right? Things that they value most in life to the things that they value least in life, all right? So if someone does not value wealth, money, financial wealth, they are never going to have it. If they don't have a real value on that, a value on savings and investing, they are not going to have cash, money, wealth in their lifetime, right? So if we were to take, let's say we took two fathers, okay? One values taking care of the children, the family, attending the children's sporting events, focusing on the children's health and education, and making sure that they have what they need to thrive in their lifetime. And another father, his values are on building a business, building long-term wealth, saving and investing. These two fathers, side by side, if they were to basically earn the same amount of money, what their hierarchy of values tells us is that all of the time, energy, and money that comes into their life every day will be spread across those values. So in other words, the father who has a high value on spending time with the children, going to the children's soccer games, making sure that the children are healthy and well educated and all these things, the time, energy, and money is going to flow to the children. And if there's any left, maybe, just maybe, he'll save some money and build towards retirement. Odds are not quite so good. For the father that values working, investing, savings, and building towards long-term wealth, well, time, energy, and money are going to come into his day at a roughly the same rate, but that time, energy, and money is going to be split across, saving the money, investing the money, building wealth, preparing for retirement, and one day he is likely going to have cash, right? But it may come at the cost of spending less time with the children. Now, from the outside looking in, somebody might say, well, those two people, one is wealthy and one is poor. Probably not the case. If I were to go to the father who values spending time with his children say, can I buy your children from you for $1 billion or $1 million? He'll probably say no, right? So he has millions of dollars, if not billions of dollars of wealth. It's just not in the form of money. But he would never want to trade the time or energy or experiences that he's had with his children for any amount of money in the world, right? So his wealth, he is wealthy in his life. It's just that his wealth is hidden in the form of his values. And because he doesn't value cash, he doesn't have wealth in the form of cash. Now, the father who does value cash will have wealth in the form of cash. However, these two individuals will look at each other, and this father that values wealth will say, oh, that this father is poor and foolish and should have saved more. This father, who doesn't value wealth but values the children, says that this father is selfish and greedy and should have taken care of the kids more and spent more time with the children. Which one of them are right? Who are we to objectively say, right? In other words, everybody in life is just going through their life judging people based on their values, thinking that somebody else in the world is supposed to live up to their values, and that's just not the case. It's just never going to happen. It is nobody's job in life to fulfill your values, and it is no one's job, it is not your job in life to fulfill anybody else's values. Our job is to fulfill our values, the things that we feel called to do, the purpose that we feel that we are here for, right? And no one is right or wrong on that, although, of course, the masses will have an opinion on everything, right? So whether or not somebody is going to have, getting back to the point, whether or not somebody is going to have money, cash, wealth, and retirement at the end of their life, well, that just depends on what their values are. And it's not a good, bad, right, or wrong, right? Now, to get down to the bottom of the question, is working until you die a blessing or a curse? Well, the truth is, just like all things in life, it's potentially both. Right? If you love what you do, why wouldn't you want to work until you die? Right? I love what I do. I don't know that I'll ever retire fully and completely. Right? I love working. I love building businesses. I love working with our clients. I love seeing success stories come out of our community. Those things ignite me, inspire me, invigorate me, and I love that. It energizes me to go to work every day. Now, and I've met very many people who have built businesses that they love and are passionate about their careers, and they are excited to get up every day and go to work, and they are well beyond retirement age and have no plans of retiring, right? And then there are those who work purely as a means of making money. They're not passionate about it. They're not inspired about it. They feel drained at the end of every day, right? They wish that they could find something else, but they don't want to spend the time to figure out what that is for themselves, and therefore, their career work drains them, right? It drains the energy out of them. So for that person, working until you die, well, I guess that would be a curse. So is there any one answer? I don't think that there is, right? There's what most people, when asked this question, will do is they will project their values on somebody else. If they have a high value on retiring wealthy and or entrepreneurship and building their own future and creating their destiny and having freedom, at financial freedom at some point, then they will look at everybody who doesn't have that and say that those people are foolish. Whatever. And then you have those people who, are willing to sacrifice their financial wealth and, build the time and energy it takes to build a business and time and energy it takes to manage money, but they have values that are different, right? They want to spend time with a family, or they have hobbies that they truly love and enjoy, right? Maybe they love travel. I've talked to people who had a high value on travel, very little money necessarily. But if I asked them if I want to buy all of your memories and your experiences and all the photos that you've taken from all of your travels and all of that you've enjoyed over the years, would I be able to buy that from you for $1 million or $1 billion? And of course their answer is no, because their wealth is in their experiences of travel. So is there a one-sided answer to this? No. I think that there is two sides, right? That it is both a blessing and a curse to work until you die. It's a blessing if you love what you do and you feel inspired from within to chase that purpose and expend all of your life's energy on a mission and a vision that calls to you. And it's a curse if you find yourself working for nothing more than as a means to get a paycheck to survive, and it drains you, then you will find working until you die a curse. Is either right or wrong? No, they're just different. And both people are deserving of love and respect, regardless of their choices. So hopefully you got some value out of this. I'm sure it's a different take than what most people are talking about. But, you know, I have no interest in living in a world where with the opinions of the masses, right? So, you know, my thoughts are on becoming a master of life. So anyway, giving you that insight. Hopefully you got some value out of this, and I will see you in a future video. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button somewhere around here. Make sure you turn on the notifications, get notified when we upload more content, and I look forward to continuing to be of value and service to you along your journey. Take care.